You are considering your succession options and thinking of selling your shares to an employee ownership trust, otherwise known as the EOT. This is an option increasingly popular with business owners. Let's look at how to make it happen. Your first port of call should be Cooperative Development Scotland, CDS. CDS is based within Scottish Enterprise and also covers the Highlands and Islands and South of Scotland areas. The team has a wealth of knowledge about the various models and structures and can signpost you to useful sources of advice, including introducing you to business owners who have taken this route. The company may qualify for a CDS succession review. Essentially, this is a feasibility report that gives some insight into what your available exit options are. If employee ownership is judged to be a feasible solution for you, the report will explain how that might work. The report will set out all of the routes that may be open to you. There will be a brief comment on how appropriate, or otherwise, each option might be. If employee ownership is judged to be suitable, the report will set out the potential models. There may also be an indicative valuation to give you an approximate idea of what the business is worth and how the transaction can be funded. Please note, this will be a superficial number that will require verification should you decide to go ahead. The feasibility report does not replace sound expert advice from a qualified professional advisor. Importantly, if you're considering a sale to an EOT as an exit strategy, then the issue of leadership succession should be on the agenda. Transferring the business to employee ownership is the easy element of the transition. Identifying your successor can be more of a challenge. It may be that the transition plan will need to allow sufficient time to develop an internal candidate or make an external hire. You will be aware that EOT brings significant tax advantages. If the transaction satisfies certain requirements, then the transaction will be free of capital gains tax and employees can benefit from an annual bonus, of which up to £3,600 will be free of income tax. Let's look at these qualifying requirements. 1. The trading company requirement. The company must be a trading company or the parent company of the trading business. 2. The all-employee benefit requirement. All eligible employees must benefit on the same terms within the EOT. The company can set an eligibility threshold up to 12 months service. 3. The controlling interest requirement. The EOT must hold more than 50% of the share capital, the majority of voting rights, and be entitled to more than 50% of the profits and assets on the winding up. 4. The limited participation requirement. Following the sale, the number of people who are both 5% participators and employees or office holders of the company, and those connected to them, must not exceed 40% of the total number of employees. This can be an issue for smaller family businesses. If you meet these requirements, you're good to go. There may be a few areas worth considering before you embark on the process. Have a think about how much equity you want to sell. Are you selling all your shares, or will you want to retain a shareholding? If you retain shares, you may have limited options to divest that shareholding in future. What about any assets? Will they be included in the sale? For example, if there is property in the business, you may wish to retain ownership and lease it to the company to provide an ongoing income. Review the commercial contracts. You may have to notify customers or suppliers of any change of ownership. This is not likely to be an issue, but may save any delays if addressed early on. Include the bank in the discussions. Your bank is likely to be supportive of the move to employee ownership and will want to ensure neither you nor the company are exposed with any banking facility. The EOT transaction will typically take between 3 to 6 months once you press go. The process is likely to be less complex than the conventional commercial transaction. It is worthwhile engaging an employee ownership specialist to work alongside your advisors and help you navigate the process. The specialist can serve as a sounding board as well as help with the messaging to employees and other stakeholders. CDS can help select an advisor that is right for you.